Okay, I see the problem. I watched a bunch of red pill stuff. The red pill dudes are saying that women believe that any masculinity is toxic masculinity. That's not true, and I think they know that. They're also saying that these feminists want men to turn more into women and become simps and weak. That's also not true. Masculinity is protector, provider, building, logic, structure, all these good things. Toxic masculinity is the opposite. It is the predator, the user, the loser, no logic, self-sabotage. That's what toxic masculinity is. As far as becoming a woman, every single person has the logical mental, which is thoughts, and the emotional, which is feelings. You are a human being, you have both. It's called masculine to have that logical, mental, brain thought. That's how you make your decisions. But doing that alone with only an immature or totally underdeveloped thoughts and feelings doesn't allow for any compassion or empathy or even foresight. And it doesn't allow you to feel fulfilled. So that having the only masculine as matured, it's like the old thing about, get a really nice car, get a really nice job, make a lot of money, have a lot of chicks around you. That doesn't make you happy. It's unfulfilling. It seems exciting. It's something to go for. But if you actually get it, you end up like Hugh Hefner with just a bunch of people who are only around you because you have money, but they're actually grossed out by you. Is that what you really, like, that's the end goal? That's what you really want? He had a moldy old mansion. Anyway, everyone as a child is immature with the logical, mental, and the feelings and emotions. Women, generally, historically, were encouraged to develop only their feminine side until about 150 years ago. And then generation by generation, they were taught and were afforded the rights to develop their masculine side. So having, an actual job or credit card or owning property or having jobs in politics, being able to vote, all those things were that former structure. Literally, that's the structure. So what the men have now is a disservice because they've been taught that feminine is weak. So they don't want anything to do with feminine, even though it just means emotions and feelings. You have emotions and feelings. Go to any concert. You're going to see men just sing along, tears in their eyes. Go to a sports game. You see everyone all excited, cheering, or even video games. You have emotions, and you have a depth to emotions you haven't even looked at yet. So all these emotions, all the good ones seem like exciting and happy. And then you have bored, and then you have anger, maybe sadness if someone passes away. But those are just so basic. There's so much more to it. But pretty much if you throw all of the negative emotions either into anger or sadness, you're going to be very angry. So the emotional maturity, it's not about, babbling away, crying. That's someone who actually isn't mature at all. And there is a toxic femininity. I can tell you about that in a minute too. But the emotional maturity that feminists and women and people in general would do better with and are trying to encourage you to do it is the ability to recognize and regulate your own emotions. You don't have to just turn everything into anger and stuff it inside and then explode or try to forget about it. You can actually release those emotions. You can make decisions based on your logic and your emotions rather than, if you're emotionally immature, it doesn't mean you don't have any emotions. If you haven't developed your emotions, you are emotionally immature. So if you haven't developed your emotions and you've spent all your time suppressing them, you are so easily manipulated by the bad emotions because they just feel bad and you want to relieve yourself. So people can fire you up and get you angry and believe there's enemies when they're not. People can make you feel guilty or obligated, like you have to do something, otherwise you're a bad person. And that's not true. Having your emotional maturity means you're going to be emotionally independent. You can make the decisions that are best for you and for other people in the short and the long term. There's so much more to it than what these red pill dudes are trying to sell to people. And it's so unfair. It's unfair to you. It's unfair to anyone in your life. And honestly, women saying, oh, these men need to do the work. They need to get therapy. They need to grow up. That's not actually helping either because where do we even start? There needs to be a big field of people. I don't know. When I've seen men posting about it, then a lot of the men will just say, oh, you're a simp. Oh, you're just trying to get laid or whatever. When they see women doing it, they don't want to listen to them. Either they'll say, you don't know what I'm talking about, you're too young, or you're too old and dried up. So I don't know how the barrier will actually be broken, but hopefully it will be. Hopefully it will be in our lifetime. It will be wonderful. It would be wonderful to have men be able to use and be in control of, not by suppressing, but by processing their emotions, and to be able to see humans as partners, women as partners, instead of, objects to try and control. That's the emotional immaturity, is trying to have ownership, possession, and control rather than having an actual partnership. Oh, there's a lot. Anyway, I wanted to get that out. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch some more red pill stuff and point it out. But if you are a man, if you're a heterosexual man, you are not toxic. Okay, the thing that really bothers me about what I was saying about the manipulation and a lot of these red pill guys, they will charge you like $50 a month to learn how to be more of a jerk to women and to bring out their insecurities and get them to, try to get your approval for a short term and then hate you for the rest of your life. Why? Why? The only reason can be because the men in general who follow these men, they don't understand what's really going on. So don't be used, don't be manipulated, and you don't have to carry all that anger around inside you. I swear to you. I will do some videos and stuff to try to show you how. Thanks.